Hi everyone, this is Amin, and this video is the first video of the telemetry playlist. So for the first one, I decided to talk a little about the theory. We're not gonna talk about DevOps. It's like, if you just Google it, like even in Wikipedia, you can find tons of things about that. However, if you Google, if you search, you're not gonna see something like in details. So for that reason, we're gonna talk about the DevOps lifecycle, not the typical things in Wikipedia or the other websites. First step is the continuous development. So everything is continuous here. What's the first one? The first one is the time that you are in the beginning phase. It involves planning, coding. So for planning, there is no specific tool that I can say, okay, you can use this one or that one. But for coding, I would say whatever you are okay with that, it doesn't matter. You can do C, you can do JavaScript, you can do Python, but bear that in mind. If you work with something or if you use something that is like common, the thing is that you can find more stuff. So if you're working with Python, the Python examples or like more, you can find more developers that they know Python that they can help you in case of a problem or a bug or whatever. So whatever you choose, that's okay, but choose something which is more common. And to maintain your code, so there are something that things you can use them. So GitHub is the most famous. After continuous development, we have continuous integration. In continuous integration, we have software development. It is when the features will be developed. Now, so that integration, it means when you commit changes like frequently to the source code, it means integration. We have like development and the other stuff in that place. Oops, I'm getting out of charge. The problem is solved. So we have continuous testing. Then in continuous testing is when you test for your bugs. It doesn't matter on which level you are. Always you need to test if there is a bug or whatever. So it is important to do that. Then we have deployment. So continuous development, continuous integration, testing, and then development. It is when that you're gonna deploy everything on the production services. So code should be deployed correctly to all of the servers. No sort of errors. It is when you deploy your codes on the errors on the servers, whatever server you have. And finally, if you notice, we just mentioned and jumping to come to the monitoring. So it is the most important, like the crucial stage of the DevOps. Monitor the performance of your application continuously. To recognize the proper functionality of an application. What does it mean to recognize? So it is when that you see how your program works or how it does what it does. This is the recognition. So if there is a problem, the root cause can be determined here. All of these five stages are in a loop, so you can jump back to the first one in case you see a problem, or if you are like suspicious to something, you can do a test, so you can deploy again. However, the fifth one is the most important, and why you are saying we need that monitoring stuff. So first thing is the better network visibility and transparency. So it is clarity on the state of your IT infrastructure, and automatically collecting data and analyzing to reflect like the possible outage or whatever. So it is important. It facilitates rapid response. So it shows you can set an alarm. So when you set an alarm, so it tells you like immediately if there's a problem. And for sure, when you facilitate rapid response, you're going to minimize system downtime. There is no downtime for your system. So quick necessary alerts. And finally, assist healthy business performance. What's that? It means like when you have your updates, you have your thing, and you keep on like communicating your interaction with your customers or people who are using your service. All in all, I would say it helps you, like the last one, it helps you to monitor detect and study relevant data related to your system. Also, to find the result and solution. When you do the monitoring, you can find the result and solution. And finally, this is why we say it's an important thing. It is important. If we want to wrap it up, we can say, so for configuring, we have Python. For alerting, we have Slack. For storage, we're going to use InfluxDB. And finally, we're going to need visualization. So Grafana is the thing. If I want to just show you how it's going to happen and what is going to happen here, we say, this is my computer. So I have my computer. Then there is something which is cloud. So right now, nothing is here. I would like to install some sort of things. And here we have my Mist. So how do I get my internet via Mist APs? And I can use the data on the Mist. However, I would like to have the monitoring dashboard. So how should I communicate with the Mist? What is the interaction? I use Python. So Python will send the query to the Mist. And at the same time, on my computer, I have a Docker container. And the Mist will reply to the InfluxDB. So it sends the data to the database to store them here. And in the other side of my Docker container, we have Grafana. So the Grafana is the monitoring dashboard. And we should have something like integration between these two. How do we have it via query? What is the query? I'm going to show you in the upcoming videos on how they integrate with each other. This is the concept of like the simple concept or simple visualization of what we are going to do. And it's like the initial step, but in the final videos, you're going to see how we're going to have everything on Google Compute Engine. So stay with me, come along the videos. In the upcoming videos, we're going to have hands-on experiences. I mean, right now, just the theory and like the introduction of what we are going to do. But from now onwards, let's go to terminal, do SSH, do telnet, configuration, and yeah, see what we can do.